Hey everybody. Well, it is Sunday around noon right now, and I wanted to show you a little behind the scenes with my system and what I've got going on. Okay, so before I do that and I begin to show you a little more about what my future plan is here, you know the drill. Subscribe, hit that like button, and continue to support my channel. By the way, if you do not hear me as loud as you typically do, I am not using the microphone, so try to just turn your volume up a little more. I am strictly recording from the phone with the built-in phone mic, since there is absolutely no music that will be playing at this point, so it doesn't make a difference. Okay, so turn up your volume so you can hear me a little clearer. Anyway, let's talk about what I have here. I have the new Nordost Q-Core system. Basically, what it is a grounding system, if you will. It's an artificial, passive grounding system that will allow me to essentially ground all of my components, up to 6 components right now. Okay, and the intent here is for me, guys, to lower that noise floor in my entire system and to see if this results in greater transparency, if it leads to more nuance, more detail, more articulation. I want to see what this system does. Now, there are a few reviews that I have read where the feedback is quite positive. But you know how it is with me, right? I need to hear it for myself. I need to be able to understand it and see if it is even worth it for me in particular, right? Everything I talk about, again, I'm going to just say it one more time. Everything I talk about is based on my own experience and ownership of a product. It's not based on products that have been loaned to me, products that were here for a brief period of time, unless I say otherwise. Okay, so remember that going forward. Everything I have is mine, okay, including this system right here. I bought it and I'm going to try it and then come back to you all with feedback. So let's take a look at it. Okay, so this is the name. I bought the Q-Core 6. Okay, basically what the 6 stands for is this. Just to give you a point of reference, this is the device. 6. See 6 right there, right? Okay. That's basically what it means. If you have a Q-Core 3, you'll only see 3 of these binding posts or terminals. All right. So this will allow me to connect, just to give you some, okay, so you can see there, the monos right here. The monos are connected right there. Then you got, this is for the ground. So you're going to connect this into the power strip, which I'll show shortly. And then these are an additional 3 that you can use. What my plan is here is to connect on these 3, my DAC, my preamplifier, and then eventually my music server. Okay, that's what I'll do. I'll ground all those devices. And that basically completes my entire system because I really don't, I don't have more sources. Okay, so this is pretty heavy, by the way. The MSRP on this puppy is $5,000, just so you know. Again, it is a passive unit, so if you see, there is no power, nothing. It's not a power grounding system of any kind. Okay, it's all passive. It's called an artificial grounding system. Okay, so here are the cables. Okay, in case you want to know, these are the cables that the unit comes with. Okay, these are the standard cables. Now, take a look at this. So this part right here, this is what gets inserted on the back of the unit, the actual grounding system itself. Okay, and this end, you can choose any termination you want. Okay, this is what will go on the component itself. Now, Nordost said for me to not use the grounding post, if you will, that some components have, because that will introduce humming, believe it or not, which makes no sense to me, but that's what they said. They said that their system needs to be connected into an input of your component. So by looking at this, okay, this will be essentially what I will connect either in a preamplifier or any input, or let's say the RCA input of my amplification. So these are, again, standard. Okay, I believe it only comes with two, I believe. 2 or 3 maybe. The rest you have to buy. Now, these in the boxes are $360 each, by the way, which I find a little outrageous if you ask me, for a cheap grounding cable, but they claim that they are upgraded, so I guess they are supposed to do a better job than those. These are specifically terminated for me. So this here in an RCA configuration, that will be on my mono. Okay, this one along with this one. So these two are going to be on the back of my monos on the RCA input. Okay. This one terminated that with USB. This will be on any USB port on the back of my music server. Okay, so that is the intent with that. Next one. Let me see. Hey, forget about. Oh, this one is the XLR. This is actually cool. Okay, so this is a termination. The termination is an XLR. The XLR would be what I'll use on the XLR input of my MSB DAC. Okay, and then the final one, which is I chose another balance. I'm sorry, another single-ended connector, or RCA, however you want to call it. This third one will be for my preamplifier. All right, so that essentially takes care of my system, my entire system. Okay, in addition to that, I have also bought 3 of these outlets, which people claim are pretty good. I really do not know what to expect. I know this is a particular model. I know some of you guys are going to ask me, so I'm going to show what this one is. Is it here? Here. That way you guys know what it is. All right, this is the model. Okay, in case you guys are wondering what that is, this is the model. I bought 3 of these. I did a little bit of research on these. They're supposed to add a lot more clarity and lower the noise floor, all of that. It's supposed to be better than what I have. I have also been told they take over 1,000 hours to break in. I have not bought the plates yet. The plates are like ridiculous, like another $200. I think these are like $200 each, $300 each, and then the plate is an additional $200. So basically, the entire outlet you're looking at $500 with the plate included, which I think it's just insane. But you know, what can I do? I mean, there's nothing that I can do. If I want to play with fire, I have to be willing to get burnt a little bit, right? And that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to connect these on my main 3 outlets that I have here to see how they work for me and if indeed they make a difference. Now, let's go on the back of the system to show you guys. So some of you guys have been asking me, Jay, what kind of outlets do you use? Guys, I've been rolling with the the standard outlets, okay? I mean, I'm not going to BS here. Standard outlets, guys. Nothing special, okay? I have not lied about that. That's what I'm rolling. So if you're liking the system, you're hearing it with whatever those are, $3 Home Depot outlets. Okay, so imagine it's time to do the small things now with my system. Okay, in addition to that, of course, I know you guys didn't want to believe me, but I am using an old 10, 12-year-old MacBook to stream music USB to the MSB DAC. Okay, that's what I'm using right now because my music server is not here yet. So I wanted to just give you guys transparency. It is only going to get better. Over the last few, probably a month and a half, you guys have been hearing my system with this noisy laptop in place. And I still think I'm blown away by what I hear. Okay, let's go towards the other piece, which is let me go around. Let's go over the QB8, which is the power strip. Okay, guys, this is the power strip. Okay, this is a Nordost power strip. That's the QB8, meaning 8 outlets. Okay, this is the grounding location. See that? That's where we're gonna ground the piece that you just saw. Okay, now I am playing with different cables. Right now I am using a Shunyata Omega QRS into this piece. Okay, and I am using two, as you can see, two. These are transparent Opus Generation 5 to feed my DAC. Okay, so that's what I'm doing at the moment. Okay, and I'm using a second Omega QRS Shunyata power cord into my preamplifier. All right, now, yes, I have been playing to give you some transparency with these power cords. So first off, let me show you. First off, being the person that I am, I broke off the grounding piece on the Odin 1 power cord. So I'm going to have to order one because I don't think there's a way that I can fix that now, right? I don't think I can take that apart and then somehow manage to put another grounding piece there, unless one of you guys knows, one of you guys know more than I do. If one of you guys know how to fix this without me having to buy the whole thing, then leave me a comment underneath. But for right now, it looks like I'm going to have to spend $300 to replace this plug. Okay, so when I was using this Nordost Odin, okay, on the unit itself, I was getting a tremendous amount of buzzing sound. And of course, it made sense because that's really the reason why the unit was not grounded, and that took care of itself after I replaced it with the Omega QRS power cord. I have been doing something lately, which is I have been using an Opus on here and then using both of these cables on the DAC itself, and then the other cable here to power my preamplifier and see what kind of results I get. To be honest with you guys, both sound exceptional. Just both setups sound incredible. I have a total of 2 Opus cables and then 2 Omegas, as you can see, right? And so what I'm trying to do is rotate things. I'm trying to use this as my cable for the power strip to see how I like the sound. Or I'm trying to use or I've been trying to play with the Omega as well, with these cable risers that it comes with. And so far, guys, I think I may like the Omegas better for this power strip. One thing I'll say is I did think that I actually still believe look at this. Okay, of course, it's not. I have to like squeeze it in because it begins to fall. I need to replace that receptacle soon. One of the things I wanted to say is the Odin tends to add a lot more clarity, but guys, when I use Odin on the on this power strip, I find that the sound leans out, the bass loses impact, but that's not the case when I use this Omega QRS. By the way, I do believe there is a lot of bass with it, but I might feel actually that the Opus 5 connected into this unit, I get more bass than using the Omega QRS. However, at the expense of perhaps the soundstage size. I think the soundstage gets a little larger with the Omega. So far, I think that's what's happening. When I use the Omega on the power strip, I think the soundstage opens up. But I might feel that this cable, the Opus, could potentially have a little more resolution up top. Okay? I know some of you guys have been asking me, Jay, do you use this regen thing? Guys, I have it, this regen. I am using, as you can see, a Valhalla 2 Ethernet cable. Okay? I am using that at the moment. I need to get rid of these cables. These are the cables that I'm going to use to ground the MSB as well, because the MSB that comes with these cables that I'm supposed to use to ground it. But anyway, I'm using that, right? I'm using a pretty good Ethernet, Nordost Ethernet cable here. Okay, and of course I'm using the same, but for the USB to connect my laptop into the MSB. All right, guys, you can see there the crazy transparent Opus cables. And so yeah, my system will start going through some changes, guys. And I wanted to just give you guys an inside look as far as what will come next and give you my honest opinion on all of this. So for now, that's all I got. I hope you like this type of video. If you like this kind of video, leave me your comments underneath. I think that a video like this occasionally helps you guys so you can see a little closer into my system, and of course to give you guys ideas as far as what to do in your own system as well. All right, thank you for your time.